Yeah, well, what we talked about was a couple things. Was when we were pressing and we kind of got a couple steals, that we wanted to make sure we didn't celebrate after any made passes. We got right into the press spots, and then defensively, we just had to rotate. They were doing some things inside that were requiring our perimeter guys to have to sink down to the level of the ball. And at first we weren't sinking, and that's why they were getting that easy cross lane pass and score. So once we started sinking, we got one knocked away late in the game. The other one, it was out on us, but the second one was out on them. And we took that away. That was kind of the bread and butter that they were using in the second half. And once we took that away, I felt pretty good about our chances.
Talk about one of your playmakers, Josh Williams, and what he means to your squad.
Hey, Josh is a constant leader. I love him. He's a great kid. He leads on and off the floor. High character. He's going to play at the University of Akron next year. And Keith Dambrot definitely has a steal. He's a great player to play at any program in the country. I think he's proven that by how he's played here these last 2 nights.
And he was scoring most of your points in this game. He's showing how good he really is.
Yeah, he's a great player, but at the end of the day, he's also a willing passer, and he understands, but he's very cerebral. He understands the game. He made a couple calls late. That last one for the foul. He suggested a change in the huddle, and I'm a coach. I can go with my players. I don't have to have the last say. He had a good feel for it. He could get open and what was going to happen, so I let him do it, and it worked.
One final question before I let you go and we get your player in here. How would you sum up your experience at Slam Dunk to the Beach? Because were you here the first time?
No, this is our second time. We came way back in 2001. It was my first year as the head coach, and I had a pretty good team back then. And,
you had LeBron, didn't you?
Yeah, but we came. It was a good experience back then. But this has been great. I complimented the tournament organizers earlier today that we've really enjoyed ourselves. They've done a class act.
How was LeBron James the coach? I know I said that's the final, but I want to get that question in.
I started coaching him at 10 years old, so, he's like my son. So he's a great kid, very respectful to me, always did what we asked him to do, understood that, he was great, but, it was a 5-on-5 game and that he needed his other 4 players to win.
Coach, congratulations on the big victory.